What's up, everybody? Someone discovered that there actually is co-op in the campaign mode for NASB2. So how did they figure this out? I'm going to share that with you today. So Queen Vexus, or also known as like Marcachino and a couple other names, they are a modder for NASB2. And while this co-op won't be available on the console versions of the game, unfortunately, at least for now. Not gonna say forever, because you never know, right? Crossplay for NASB1 actually is a thing now, so that's a whole other story for another day. But through actual code in the game, they were able to enable co-op in the campaign for NASB2. So Marcachino said that if we would like this to be an official feature, they want us to share this to show that it truly is possible for this to be a thing, right? They're able to just enable it on the PC version of NASB2. So let's just take a look at this real quick. So here it is, two characters in the campaign mode, player 1 and player 2. They're both in the middle here. Fight! And they do talk about how in this they had a couple of issues with just like getting both the controllers working at once. Not like because of the controllers, but just they were saying that they obviously aren't good at controlling two characters at once, right? And so, yeah, this is the game being played with two players, right? They're showing that SpongeBob is moving. They showed Danny working earlier. Like, it's really interesting to see that this is possible, right? And if you'd like to see the full video of this without my head in the way and cat dog dancing in the way, I'll have this linked in the description of the video, so just make sure to go and check this out. But I haven't even commented on this, and this was a little bit ago, about half a month ago, in January the 30th. So I just said, even if it was just for PC and new-gen consoles, it would be so raw. And I don't know how possible it would be for, like, let's say the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5 to do this. Granted, they run hardware that really isn't that much better than my PC, which is crazy to say because they're only like $500, you know? And they're honestly a bit better than mine because of how they're optimized. Now, gameplay-wise, who knows, NASB1 or NASB2 isn't the most optimized game. It's definitely more optimized than NASB1 was, but obviously it's also more demanding in certain aspects, so I'm sure that kind of evens the playing field, you know? But it's hard to say what the case will be for this. And, like, will it be a thing? It's been about, like, 20 days since this came out. And I don't know if there's a mod for this yet. I would really like Marcachino to just release this mod for PC, even if it's just for PC, because I would love to be able to say, hey, like, don't you want to play this with me, buddy? Let's go hang out at my house and just play this. And like, just kind of like Subspace was, you know, when back like almost 20 years ago now, where you could just go sit on the couch with your brother, your sister, your sibling, your friend, you know, or just whoever, and just play this game together. Like, but now with NASB2 instead of with Brawl. But it would be really fun. I think it would be pretty awesome. I'm sure there's some sort of issues with doing this, even beyond doing it for co-op. I'm sure, like, maybe there's like a demand for it that would not be possible on Switch's hardware, like the Nintendo Switch's hardware, so that's a thing you have to consider. And you don't really want to leave features out of the game, so I imagine maybe the consoles weren't capable of doing this, or maybe there was something with the PC version that caused it to not be capable of doing it. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously running fine in this video, so hard to say. And there's also, like, Combo Devils, which is coming out, which is a completely different platform fighter that markets itself on having an online co-op, I think even 4-player, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that. 4-player co-op online campaign with roguelike features in its campaign, which is very similar to NASB2's. And I think that's great. I think that if you have something that is beloved by a lot of people, expand on the concept, add more features, add more power-ups, add more abilities and ways to get your character stronger, but also add online co-op, which is awesome. add 4-player co-op if that's also the case, or just adding co-op in general. It makes it way more of an interactive, fun experience that you and your friends can play. And if you can do this in NASB2 as well, even if it's just offline, I think a lot of people would appreciate it, especially some of the more passionate fans who enjoy the game just offline. Because I'm sure there's plenty of people that they play this with their friend offline, but then they also would like to just play the game with just a friend, with just their sibling or whoever, you know, just offline. Not everybody wants to be grinding online all the time, or even at all, which I think is completely understandable. But let me know what you think of this. I know this is another one of those short tidbit videos, and this is just me kind of getting back into the swing of content after a extended break due to work. I had to travel for about like 4 or 5 days, so I've not been able to pretty much create any content for you. But with that out of the way, I have a ton of stuff being planned. I have a video discussing the top 50 in the world for NASB2. I have a couple other videos as well planned, and I have a NASB1 tournament series coming up, and some other NASB2 tournaments as well. So there's just a ton of content for NASB2. It's never been a better time to just kind of get into it, whether it's watching content, playing it, buying it. There was just a free weekend for the game this past weekend, which was really cool. We saw the player count bump up a decent chunk, and a ton of people saying this was my first time playing and I really loved it, you know. So shout out to all those people who they maybe didn't want to try it yet, missed the discount, and then just tried it for free and are like, well, this is worth it. Plus Krabs released, so I'm gonna have a video about him as well. I know he released like last week, so it's so old news, right? But yeah, that's just what's in the pipeline. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.